This conference will now be recorded.
Okay. So, good morning, team. In this Databricks Data Engineer Master Program, in today's session, we will talk about Azure Databricks architecture. Okay. So, we will learn quick recap of Databricks introduction session is there, but that is just having the big data and all those things. That is not that much useful for you because now what happens is there is a lot of new features are added. Now I can't able to complete the even all the features within the 3 months. That's why, so whatever I feel is not much useful for you, I am just not taking such sessions because we are going to add a new features to it. Okay. So now today we will directly understand what is Azure Databricks, challenges to solutions with Azure Databricks. What are the challenges? What solutions Databricks is going to provide? So history of Azure Databricks architecture, hands-on steps we will be doing today itself, assignment. Okay. So Databricks. Anybody have any idea what is Databricks? Still? Remember, Databricks is a new analytical service called Azure Databricks. Azure Databricks is faster. Why it is faster? Remember, Databricks uses a Spark. So if Databricks uses Spark, Spark is why it is a faster. Spark uses internally memory. So normally, tell me one thing if you are aware, reading data from disk is faster or reading data from the memory is faster. Which is faster, Tim?
Reading it from memory.
So if somebody not aware the answer, try to understand when some people answer, Tim. Okay. So see now, some people told reading data from memory is faster. Okay, reading from disk is ultimately it is slow compared to the memory. Okay, this is one good point. Today the main point you need to remember is reading data from memory is faster than reading data from the disk. That is the one good point that you have to remember for today. You try to note down something in your notes or something. Okay, running notes. The second point is, okay, if you are using a memory it is faster, well and good, but what is the disadvantage, team? What is the disadvantage of the memory compared to the disk in terms of the cost? Can you tell me, in terms of the cost, which is costly, memory or disk?
Memory.
Which is the costly, team?
Memory.
Memory is costly, remember. So here one advantage we have, one disadvantage also we are able to see. Memory is faster for reading the data compared to disk, but at the same time memory is costly compared to the disk. So now tell me which one I have to go for. Do I need to
Memory,
focus
memory.
on, yeah, yeah. So clients, do you think clients will focus on speed or clients will focus on saving the cost?
They will focus saving on cost.
Speed, mostly.
Very good. There is a contradiction, right? So some people are saying speed, some people are saying saving cost. So finalized him, what would be the answer? Can you guess it?
So
It's
they
a,
will
it's a
focus on
trade-off.
speed at the
Need
same
both.
time, focusing on like cost effective basically.
Cost effective. Okay. So remember, team, cost is like they want to save the cost, but ultimately they want the high speed. See, very simple example. Now in Zomato or in many places we will place a order to get a food. If it is a tasty food, we are ready to spend more. So very similarly here, if they are getting the fast performance, they are ready to spend more money. But while using the Spark, while using the Spark with memory, right? Spark means it uses the memory. It is costly, but they will try to optimize the usage of this Spark. Wherever we are not using this Spark clusters, we want to turn off to save the cost. That way, they are going to focus on saving the cost, but they are going with the Spark. That's why if you see, Spark is used everywhere nowadays. Okay. So remember, Databricks is faster. So when somebody say Databricks is fast, can you give me the justification now why Databricks is faster?
It has memory to execute the code instead of disk reading data from disk.
So you have to say Databricks uses Spark, Spark uses memory. That's why Databricks is faster. Now the second point is easy. Why they are saying Azure Databricks is easy? Okay, earlier what happens is if you look at Hadoop and all, have you heard about Ambari? Anybody have any knowledge on Ambari? Anybody heard about Ambari? Okay, so remember earlier code will be at a one place. Okay, your clusters meaning compute resources in some other place. Job monitoring the jobs is in some other place. Querying the data will be some other place. So like this, for doing everything we need to go into different places in the earlier Hadoop and all. But now with the Databricks, once you log into Databricks, there itself you can create a cluster which is nothing but a compute. There itself you can create a notebook and you can write the code. There itself you can monitor the jobs. Okay, so you there itself you can query the data. So everything is at a single place. That's why Databricks is called it is easy. Next, scalable. What is meant by scalable? Anybody have any idea? What is scalable nature means? Scalable means what?
Whenever required, we can increase the computer resource, and whenever required, we can decrease the computer resource.
Okay. So remember, Tim. Now what happens is, let's say I want to build a five-store building. Okay, five-store building I want to construct. Now think of a one of the example. So you are about to start the work. So you may need, for example, 100 members to construct the five-store building. I need 100 people. So I got 100 people. We constructed. After finishing of this construction, so I may want only one person to do the minor work. I don't record 100 people. So here two things remember. One is you are hiring them permanently, meaning whether you have a work, you don't have a work, you need to pay them. Okay, so instead of this you think of other example. You have a permanent employees, contract employees. What is the difference between contract employees and permanent employees in the organization? Can somebody please tell me the explanation for this, Tim? Difference between permanent employee and contract employee. Okay, let me
So
tell
according
you.
to the project's needs, you can hire someone
Okay,
outside for a shorter period of time. So those
very
people
good.
are
So
contract.
shorter period of time you can hire the people. If my work suddenly completed, I can send them back. For permanent people, the problem is even if I don't have any work, I need to keep them on bench and I need to make a payments. Monthly salary I need to pay or not. Now tell me, for organization, who is benefiting here? Who will benefit the organization? Who will save the cost for the organization? Permanent employee or contract employee?
Contractors.
Contractor, because how much time you have a work you will use them. When you don't have a work you will send them back. Again, if you have a work you will ask them to come back and work. If your work is done you will ask them to leave. Let's say one of the contract employee hired and he worked for a 3 months and project completed, you ask him to leave. He left. After again after 2 months you got another project. If you ask him to come he will come. So now within 2 months gap is there. First project and second project, there is a 2 months gap. This 2 months gap, you are not making any payment to contractor, but for permanent employee, you are making the payment. Very similarly, remember here, we have a scalability nature, meaning sometimes while processing historical data means there is a huge data, 3 years of data you want to process immediately now, then you can take a 20 computers. Okay, you can use a 20 computers. But let's say once your historical data is completed, you want only two computers always. What I'm doing here? So 3 years of data. So I just used a 20 computers. After that, I started using two computers. Later on, day by day, my data is growing. Meaning, I need to keep increasing the computers from one to two. Okay, two to three. Maybe after few days, three to four. So how I can able to handle this variable number of computers as per my requirement?
Hello, I don't hear any.
Are you speaking because I couldn't hear you?
No,
Yeah,
I am hold on. I'm asking you the question how we can able to control the variable number of compute resources. How to control? I am asking you. Do
yeah,
you have any solution?
resource manager can control this.
Resource manager can control this. Okay, see, remember, resource manager job is if you have a 10 people, okay, if for example 10 computers, if you have a multiple jobs are submitted within these 10 computers, it will adjust the resource between these three jobs. But it is not basically controlling 20 computers to two computers, two computers to three computers. If more data comes, three computers to four computers, it is not going to do. Okay, there is a option in the cloud called auto scaling, meaning automatically you can say something like this. You can say, hey, auto scaling, minimum I need computers is minimum I need two computers, maximum I need a 20 computers. If you say this, always it will try to use only two computers. But when you submit a job, it realize, hey, two computers are experiencing a lot of pressure on the resources. So let me provision one more. Let me provision one more. So when you are processing historical data, it will realize there is a huge data that is coming up to process. So let me take more computers. It will go on up to 20 computers. Once a job is finished, it will cut down one by one, and it will come back to the minimum two. Meaning, always it will have a two computers will be up and running. But if you have a more data, more tasks are coming up, it can increase from two computers to 20 computers automatically. But let's say you got a very huge data, even 20 computers may not be enough. What happens? Nothing will happen. It will try to manage within the 20 resources. It may take more time, but it will not increase beyond 20 computers because you have given a flexibility to take max of 20 computers. So, what is the advantage of this scalability? Meaning, taking the computers minimum and maximum, and taking the computers when you want taking more computers when you don't want cutting them. So, what is the benefit? What is the benefit of this? Saving the cost. Okay. So, for example, if you keep 20 computers up and running, but you are not using, there is no use, right? Minimum two computers are there up and running. Based on your requirement, automatically Databricks is going to take a decision whether I may really need a computer resource, more computer resources. Yes, then it will take. So after taking, what happens? Once the task is completed, whatever additional computers it has taken, those all additional computers it will cut down, meaning it will shut down after job completion. So that's how the cost is going to be saved. Everybody understood?
Yes.
Finally, collaborative Apache Spark. What is meant by collaboration is, earlier machine learning team will work in different tools and services. Data engineers will work in different tools and services. Data analyst will work in different tools and services. But now, right, Databricks machine learning certification is also very popular. Okay, now all these three people, data scientist, data engineer, data analyst, DA. Okay, so all these three people can work in a single service called Databricks. So it will basically a collaborative Apache collaborative work we can able to achieve in the Databricks. So simple, right? If teams are working in isolation, it is very difficult to communicate. Okay, if they need some data set that is used by data engineers, data science required some data that is extracted by the data engineers, it is very difficult because they are using a different tools, a different storage, and these people are using different tools and storages. It is difficult to fetch the data from data engineers. But now what is happening? Directly, everything is available under a single storage. On top of that, data engineers, data scientists, data analyst, everybody is working within the Databricks. So it will basically improve the productivity when all the teams are working at a single place collaboratively. And this Databricks is completely based on Apache Spark based analytical service in the Azure. But same Databricks also available in AWS, same Databricks also available in Google Databricks. Clear all of you? If you learn Azure Databricks, this will also help you to work with the AWS and Google. Next, if you look at Hadoop, anybody have any idea Hadoop MapReduce can read data from where, team? Hadoop MapReduce, if it has to do some data transformations, where we need to move the data. Let's say,
HDFS.
very good. So let's say you have a Azure database, some storages, some file system. So all this data, if you have a your map reduce, it can't directly connect to all this. First, you copy all this data into HDFS, Hadoop distributed file system. MapReduce can only connect to HDFS. It can't read data directly from any of other sources. But Databricks with the Spark is not like that. Databricks can integrate with any other Azure services, AWS services, Google services in our workspace. No need to move this data to some other storages. Directly, Databricks can connect to databases, data lakes, file systems, anything it can able to connect directly. That is the advantage of the Databricks. Databricks will reduce the cost and complexity with a managed platform that auto scale up and down. So we discussed about scalability, right? It can increase the more computers when it required. It will cut down the computers when it is not required. But how to analyze when we need these computers, when we don't want this computer is very complex process that. But this complex process also will be handled by the Databricks to decide when it required more computes, when it does not require the more computes. When it is required more computes, it will take. When it does not require more computes, it will cut down. Clear all of you, team?
Yes, sir. Yes. Okay. How to define computer? Maybe we can discuss in the fire last.
Compute is just our normal computer where, see, for example, I want to run my Python job in our computer. What we will do? We install a Python, correct?
Correct.
So, for example, if I want to run SQL jobs in my computer, what I will do? I will install SQL Server, correct?
Correct.
Similarly, when I say compute, remember these are a computers only. Within this computer, predefined, meaning Python, Java, Spark, all these will be called, okay, installed computers will directly enable to take it from the cloud provider. All
Okay.
these options ready readily available computers we are taking. That is called a compute resource means. Clear? Here
Okay.
we talk about cluster. What is the English meaning of cluster, team? So we call it as a Spark cluster. But first let's understand what is the English meaning of cluster.
A bunch of things.
Bunch or group, correct? Remember, the Spark cluster is nothing but a group of compute resources. Team. Okay, Spark cluster is nothing but a group of compute resources. Clear, all of you, team? All of you clear, team? Group of compute resources. Understood now? Whenever somebody says Spark cluster, remember it is a group of compute resources. Okay. Now you can see here, right? Databricks, we have a machine learning data scientist, big data and analytics data engineers, real-time analytics, basically DA, data analytics analyst. Okay, so data scientist, data engineers, business users, or DA, everybody is working collaboratively within the Databricks. So this is very simple, easy to understand the what is Databricks slide. Okay, this slide will help you to understand what is this Databricks, what are the main features of the Databricks. Simple. I hope I have explained each word by word. If anybody still have any doubts, please let me know, Tim. Now anybody have any doubts now, please let me know. Okay, no doubts, very good. Now remember, very good. Some people told one more thing, right? So not only they focus on the speed, they also focus on the cost. Yes. But how Databricks itself going to take care of saving the cost for the customers is Databricks ensures don't go overpay. I'll give you one scenario. You need to answer this before we discuss this point. I said minimum 2 computers, maximum 20 computers. Okay. Minimum 2 computers, maximum 20 computers means whenever I have a requirement, whenever I need to process more data, I'll take up to 20 computers. Otherwise, only always 2 computers are running. But do you think running, so let's say evening, let's say by 7 p.m., all the employees leave the organization. Leave the organization means not leaving the organization. They'll start going to home, right? So they will start going to home, meaning all the work they have done from morning to 7 p.m. So all the jobs will be stopped by 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock. So from 8 p.m. employee leave the company for that particular day at 8 a.m. 7 p.m. But let's say some jobs are there; those jobs ran till 8 p.m. When he will be back? He will be back by 10 a.m. Next day 10 a.m. he will be back. Now my question is, mid like night 8 p.m. to morning 10 p.m. Why do you want to run these computers? Do you see any use of running these 2 computers also, minimum 2 computers also? Do you see any value in running continuously? Tell me.
After the job completion, they are idle. No use.
Everybody understood, team?
Yes, sir. Can you come back?
Okay. So what I'm saying is, we have taken a minimum 2 computers, maximum 20 computers. Employees, I am a employee. I'm working for one of the project. I'll be there in the office till 6 o'clock. Let's say, ideally max we will be there at 6 till 6 p.m. Right? So I'll be at office 6 p.m. or someday it got delayed 7 p.m. I was there in the office. But what happens? There are some jobs yet to run, but I don't have time. Already I got late. I just ran the job. I left the office. So I started like I'm just going to the home. Now 7 p.m. I started the job. Let's say that job ran for 1 hour till 8 p.m. So once all the jobs completed by 8 p.m. Okay, but my two computers, minimum computers will keep running, right? Because even though your job is no jobs are running, always these two computers are going to be up. Now my question is, do you see any use of running these two computers after 8 p.m. till the next day 10 a.m.? Because 10 a.m. I will go back to the office, right? I'll start here by 9, I'll reach the office by 10 a.m. 10 a.m. I want to start, meaning till 10 a.m. from night 8 p.m. to 10 a.m. Do you see any use of running these two computers? Understood?
Understood, but we don't know the answer. Yeah.
No, answer. I am not asking you to give the exact answer. I want you to guess it.
Unless there is not going to be any background process, then there is no use of keeping those two
Okay?
computers.
Yes. See, many times what happens is I have given a this particular case so that it will be easy for you to understand. Even as an employee, we go for lunch. You know, right? At home, we take a lunch maybe 15-20 minutes. They also will ask to join immediately back to calls and all. But in when you are in office, what happens? Whenever you go outside, right, with your colleagues, you may spend 1 hour or 1.5 hour outside. At that time also, if no jobs are running, why you want to run this minimum two computers? So that's why there is a other option also you have. The option is, let me show you, there are two things. Okay, auto scaling is one option to save the cost. Auto scaling means minimum two computers, maximum 20. Keep two computers always running. Okay, when you need more computers, take up to 20. Okay, that is called auto scaling. We discussed in detail till now. What is auto terminate? Auto terminate means you have a minimum two computers, maximum 20. So we know these two computers will running always. But I also know that by evening 8 p.m. later, after 8 p.m., nobody is going to run the job. So still I'll ask my these two computers, hey computers, wait for 30 minutes. Okay, be in idle mode for 30 minutes. I am repeating the statement. Hey two computers, please be in idle mode for 30 minutes. Idle mode means no jobs are submitting. I'll ask these two computers to be in idle mode for 30 minutes. Within these 30 minutes, if no jobs are submitted, please go for shutting down. Please go ahead and shut down these two computers also. You can put this auto terminate option as well. What is the benefit of this? If nobody is submitting any jobs within 30 minutes, cluster means group of computers are idle. Nobody is using it. It will increase the cost. Why I need to keep running? So I'll shut down those two computers also. When developers comes, they'll start the computers again. It will take some 3-4 minutes to start. But why I need to just keep running them when no jobs are coming up? Correct. So what we will be doing, I'll be just shutting down these two computers also, the minimum computers also, when there is no jobs for about 30 minutes. I'll wait for 30 minutes. But what is the minimum ideal time you can give is minimum 10 minutes is the time. General in real time we will give 30 minutes. 30 minutes is the minimum time we will give. Even though if the cluster is idle, if nobody is submitting jobs, wait for 30 minutes. After 30 minutes nobody is submitting means go for shutdown mode. Okay, so just to understand through theory, today itself I'm going to show you all these options. So that's why I don't want to take sessions that are not much useful, not sharing much content. So today's session is very, very, very valuable session. Just remember all
Sir, one
theories that
question.
we are going to discuss practically today itself. Yes, please.
How much cost it is going to be, cost in Databricks, sir? For example, if we turn on 1 hour, if you work on 1 hour, right? So how much cost it is going to be cost?
Yeah, so basically you need to consider some points here in order to answer your question. Based on how many clusters you have. Cluster means I said group of computers. In each cluster, how many computers you are using. Then within that computers, what is the size of the computers that you are using. All these things you can able to calculate the cost. How to calculate the cost? There is a like for Microsoft, so where you can able to calculate your cost. For example, just a minute, I'll, as you asked, I'll quickly go there and come back. Just a minute, I may need to deviate. So you can see Azure pricing calculator. Okay, so here you go, virtual machine. Okay, select virtual machine. When you select virtual machine, you see two CPUs, 8 GB RAM. So what is the monthly? It is $137. Okay, for example, if you come here and you are changing to 4 core 7 GB RAM, or you are taking a, let's say, 4 core 16 GB RAM. So based on this, the cost will keep changing here. So that, I think down here. Okay,
So it's
based on
not
the
based
time.
on time, right?
No, time also here they have given, right. One mission 730 hours, meaning 1 month they are calculating.
Okay.
Number of computers, number of hours, all these things will be calculated. Okay. So this we will discuss in the future sessions if you want to get more clarity on it. Okay, clear? Let's move on. So remember why Databricks is popular team. Why everybody is even if you say job market, Databricks, everywhere Databricks. Why? Because Databricks is basically first thing is interactive coding. Interactive coding means earlier I was a Java developer previously. Okay, so we used to write a lot of code, we deploy it, we get a error. We need to look at all the files to see where is the problem. Sometimes it will take a 4 hours or 8 hours to see simple error. Very tough. But now everything is a interactive coding, meaning you can just write your bit and pieces of code. So you read a file here. Okay, that is one cell. You add a new column to the uh, data, is a one cell. Now let's say while reading there is a failure, only this cell will fail, this particular command or cell will fail. It is easy, directly I can understand. Okay, the read is failed, it may be because of the file not available. Correct. So interactive coding is one thing. The second thing is Databricks. You can write the code in SQL, Python, or Scala. Okay, you can write your code in any of these languages, but most popular language is Python. That's why we will be using only Python with the SQL and Scala. Little bit I'll show you, but not much. Python and SQL mainly we will be focusing. Okay, next, Databricks. With Azure Databricks, get easy version control of notebooks with GitHub and Azure DevOps. You know what is this version control of notebooks, team? Why do we need version controlling, team, in any software development? Anybody can answer this?
We can go back and see that old version and revert it to code page.
We can
So
track
we
the
can see
changes.
the archived changes as well. We can maintain the changes.
We can maintain the history of the code.
So we can implement new features and fix the bugs in the existing code in a controlled way.
Okay, very good. See, I'll tell you simple, team. See, whenever you take any application, let's say WhatsApp development, how the WhatsApp development happen. So first, some group of people they have written a code for chatting. They like this is a development computers. They submitted, they tested the WhatsApp chatting code in the development computers. It is working fine. Then for business approval, so this group of people they just copied this code into some other computer. Here also it is working fine. And finally They copied this code into the production computer, and they said, hey, we are launching a WhatsApp application for chatting, so people will download and make use of this particular application to chat with others. Later, WhatsApp team decided to add a audio call feature. What they will do, they take this production code copy into the development. They add a sorry, audit call is coming because we are working on auditing. So, uh, audio call. Okay, so new feature added called audio call. There is a additional code they added. They tested working fine. They copy the same code to here. It is working fine. They copy to here. Finally, they will announce. So please download the application or update your WhatsApp application to get the new features. Okay, okay. So after that, again they will take this production code. They add a video call. Okay, so they tested here working fine. So they tested here working fine. When they added here, so they announced again to update. So when you update, video call is not working. So many customers from WhatsApp, they are complaining. They are rising a complaints, right? Hey, so my after updating for video call future, so video calls are getting stuck, chat is not working, lot of things they are saying. What is the immediate step WhatsApp team has to do? Fixing the error or restoring back to the audio call? So which one business do? What do you think?
Roll back to the the working version, then
Okay,
fix the issue later
very
on.
good. So what we do is we have a first chatting code, next chatting plus audio call, now chatting plus audio call plus video call, but this is not working. So version control means we will keep track of this copy of the code, this copy of the code. If something goes wrong, we will restore back to this copy of the code. This code we will keep it in the production computer. We will remove the latest code because latest code is not working. So later, once we restored back to the audio call, so we will be taking this, we will be fixing as soon as possible, we will redeploy back to the production. Are we getting everybody clear? So that's why version controlling is very important. If somebody made some change, you want to know. See, for example, in our real time, we will talk about our notebooks now. So you developed some notebook, it is working fine. Somebody came by mistake, he also not intentionally, by mistake change made some change he made. Now what happens to him? Your code notebook start failing, the code start failing. So in order to understand what was changed from current code to previous code, previously what was there, what is changed currently, in order to compare this, we need to keep the previous code. Whenever somebody changed, we need to have a latest code. So if we compare this, we will know exactly which line he has changed, whether it is intention or by mistake. So once we get that, we will restore back to the previous code to make it work. I hope I have explained properly. So if anybody have any doubts, can you tell me, Tim? Anybody still confused? The need of version control of notebook says, in case if anything goes wrong, previous version of code you can able to restore. For example, in hi, in a file I have written hi. Next I have written a hello. So next means first a hi was there, but I just overwritten as a hello. Next I have overwritten as a bye, but I realized bye is wrong, so I want to go back to the hello. So if you keep track of all this as a, this is a version 0, version 1, this is version 1, okay, this is version 2. If version 2 is wrong, you can restore back to the version 1. Okay, next, clear GitHub Azure DevOps difference. So we generally see in Azure DevOps also internally it uses the GitHub only. So there are different ways you can able to do the versioning control of tools. But generally we use Azure DevOps. Internally Azure DevOps also uses the GitHub only. Remember, it's just a repository. These are a different. See, for example, for extraction of data, you'll have multiple services. Similarly, for version control of notebooks, we have a different ways. One is Azure DevOps. Without using the Azure DevOps, you can also use the GitHub, but Azure DevOps is a popular. Every data, like every data engineering project, we use Azure DevOps only. Okay. Next, we work securely in Azure Databricks. Security wise, we have a multiple ways you can able to control the security. One is your Databricks can be launched within the virtual network. Virtual network is kind of a see some homes, right, gated community or villas. So what happens? There is a security people, so they will keep checking who is entering, who is not entering. Correct? So who is going every time, who is coming out. So they will note down whenever new person enters. Right? Similarly, VNet is kind of a one extra layer of protection for your Azure services. Okay. So after that, you have a fine grained access control, means even though they entered, okay, so which house they are entering. Similarly, within the virtual network, which services you have a data factory, database, lot of things. So, but be eligible to access only can give the fine grained access control. So, what services you can able to access? So, within that Databricks, what he can do? He can only read the code. He can't edit. He can't delete, or he can't run the notebook. So, you can do a fine grained access control. Apart from this, let's say you want to connect to the database, you want to connect to data lake storage. So whenever we want to connect to some databases storages, we need a database username and password or storage access keys. So when you need these things, what you will do, Tim? When you need these things, what you will do? So within the notebook you need to put them, but keeping the username and password within the notebook, within the code, is it a secure or not secure? Is it a secure or not secure, Tim?
Not
Secure.
secure.
Obviously, keeping your passwords and notepad is not secure.
Okay, very good. So it is not secure. So what we are going to do? What we are going to do, Tim? As it is not secure, there is a service called Azure Key Vault in the Azure. So we keep all the sensitive information in the Key Vault. So we will read them into the notebooks using this Key Vault. Now, if you are reading something from Key Vault, it will not show original thing, original username and password. It will show redacted, redacted. So you will not know what you are reading. Okay, clear all of you? Okay, next. Challenges to solutions with Databricks. See, earlier you need to bring the computers, you need to set up that group of computers to manage a cluster. And for monitoring the jobs, you need to use a zoo of tools. And as I mentioned, to develop the code, you may need to use the Eclipse or Visual Studio Code. You develop the code and you deploy it. But with the Databricks, you no need to manage the cluster. Everything, you just create the cluster, it will manage by the cloud provider. Databricks will provide. You no need to monitor it using different tools. So within the Databricks itself, we can able to monitor it. So you no need to use any tool to write the code. Within the Databricks, using notebooks, you can write the code directly. Meaning, cluster you can create very easily. Monitoring jobs you can do very easily. You can write the code within the Databricks. Everything is within the Databricks you can do. You don't require any additional or other services apart from the Databricks for running your Spark jobs. Okay. So if you see history, right, Hadoop was introduced in 2006, and there are some disadvantages with Hadoop because it is very slow as it is uses the hard disk. Mete Jeheria, he started Spark project in 2012 and he developed and released the uh, project, Apache Spark project in 2012. But later in 2013, he just donated this particular project to the Apache Foundation. So later, same guy within the same year in 2013, he also developed a Databricks tool dedicated to the Spark. So no other clusters, nothing you can able to do within the Databricks apart from the Spark. So that's why whenever new Spark feature comes, that Spark feature first compatible with the Databricks, because this guy only developed Spark, this guy only developed Databricks, both. That's why whatever he is developing, that will be compatible with the Databricks. So whoever decided to use Spark, they will use mostly a Databricks. Okay, clear? Now create a Azure account. I'll show you how to create Azure account. Create Azure Databricks, create a cluster, create a notebook, explore Databricks workspace options. Okay, so that is what we will be doing. But see, just I'll give you exactly 1 minute time. Now let's say time is 6:58. I am giving you till 6:59. Look at this diagram. Just look at this diagram. You see what all components are there, what is connected with what. I will explain to you, but from your side, just look at this diagram. Take for 30 seconds to 1 minute. I'm giving time. Okay, well and good team. So now I'll show you first how to create Azure account. After that, I'll show you how you can able to create a Databricks. When we create a Databricks background, so these are the Azure services which are going to create storage, computes, networking. Okay, why all these things will create team? Because these are the base components in order to run the Databricks. Why we need a storage account? For keeping all the Databricks configurations. Okay, Databricks code will be there, right, whenever you deploy. So that enter code to store, you will have a storage account. Computes. So in order to run the computer, we need a kind of virtual network, security groups, right, network interface, lot of things we need. So that's why network will be created. So this network is important to create the compute resources. Compute means our computers, right? So very similar to our computers will be created to run our jobs. So these things will be available. Okay, so first I'll show you now Azure account how to create. After that, I'll show you how to create a Databricks. When we create a Databricks, you will be able to see all these components within the Databricks workspace. Okay, firstly, so let's focus only on this for now, because once the Databricks is available, whatever you do from the front end, based on this front end, back end, this is what is going to be created. Okay, so we'll discuss, but focus on this. When we created a Databricks, you'll get all these things. Okay, now, okay, here I am. I want to switch back to this. Okay, so here, firstly, URL is to URL that you need to use in order to log in into the Azure account is portal.azure.com. Okay, portal.azure.com. I logged in, but how to create this account? Okay, I'll tell you. I'm going to incognito mode just to say portal.azure.com. Here also, in order to create account, also what is the URL? Everybody tell me what is the URL to access Azure services, to log in into the Azure account.
Portal
Azure
dot
cloud.
Portal.azure.com.
Everybody tell me, Tim, what is the URL? Portal.azure.com. You see, again I am typing here portal.azure.com.
portal dot
Okay,
azure.
very good. Portal.azure.com. Okay. Now you see I'm just entering with portal.is.com. Immediately it is saying this. I want to say, hey, I don't have any email, I don't have Azure account also. I'll say create one account for me. Here I am giving a new email, not the existing email, because I don't have even email also. I'll say cloudpundit73@outlook.com. Click next. So here I'm entering my password. Click next. So give the some data birth to something like this, some random dates you can give. Click next. So you can just give here cloud pundit data engineer. Click next. So just press on this. Okay, again press it in, press and hold like that. Okay, it is done. Now it is completed. Your Azure account is created. So it is asking you to set up a multi-factor authentication kind of thing, face, fingerprint, pin. But skip for now. I am just skipping. I don't want additional things. Click skip for now. So directly you will be entering into the Azure account. So in order to use Azure services, you have to do two things. One is you need to have a subscription. Okay, so subscription is kind of, for example, if I want to watch something, some latest movie in the Hotstar or Amazon Prime, so what we need Tim?
Subscription.
Subscription. Okay, so that is kind of a prepaid subscription, isn't it? What is the difference between prepaid and postpaid, Tim? What is meant by prepaid, what is meant by postpaid?
So we need to pay the fees upfront for prepaid,
Hmm,
and postpaid, once we use it, then we pay for it.
very good. So very similarly, Azure free account is a prepaid. Prepaid means you give your Azure like your credit card details, automatically they will add a $200. They will add the $200. That is called a prepaid. Now if you go back to my account, okay, for example, if you go to my account, so you see what happens. I am using which subscription? Pay as you go. What I am using, Tim? Currently I am using a pay as you go. So 2000 bill already I have to pay. This is a postpaid. First I will use all the Azure services, later I'll be making the payments to Azure. Are you getting tip? So this is basically, it's not free. I need to make a payment every month. I'll be making some payments to the subscription, because while explaining a lot of services I'll be using, for those services I'll be making the payments. Understood? So this is called a postpaid. So free trial subscription is a free trial subscription. Whatever you have is a prepaid. So how to create a free trial? For example, Azure for students. Remember, if anybody is studying in the universities, you have a student email ID. You can also start learning with the student ID. But some level of things you can do it using student account, not all the things. But if it is Azure free trial, click start. You should have a Azure account, but I recommend you not to create at this moment, because we have a Databricks community which is completely free. Databricks, if you start using within the Azure, so you need to pay, for example, 25,000 for the course fee. 25,000 you need to pay within these 3 months for the Azure Databricks also. That's why, to save the cost, we have a community. I'll explain to you that tomorrow. Just to show you this, I'm explaining to you. Try Azure for free. Click on this if anybody wants to create a Azure free subscription later. So for personal use, I just given all the details. I'll give my phone number here. So after that address, PAN number is not required. Some address I'll say. Okay. Then you can say this is Telangana. So what is this? So you need to move this particular person towards this dog side. I just moved. It's not done. Which side we need to move to? This is correct, right?
Yeah, that seems correct.
So verification is completed, Tim. So I represent that I am individual identifier. Uh, I would like Microsoft to share my information with selected partners so that I receive relevant information. So once you have provided all these details, click next, Tim. It's saying something is mandatory is missing. Company name you can use Cloud Pandit. Click next. Background noise is coming. Is it for everybody, Tim?
Yes,
Background noise is coming. Is it for everybody?
Yes, I can
yes,
hear.
yes. Yeah, I can hear. So,
No, not here, Tim. I am saying background noise. So is it really that much background noise is coming?
yes,
Everybody, can you confirm, Tim? Is it for everybody or only few people?
No, we are also hearing.
Yeah, we're also hearing.
Yes,
Background
hearing.
noise. From where it is coming?
Yep.
Okay, fine. Is it fine now? I don't know from where it is coming. Here it is silent only. Is it fine, Tim, or you are still getting?
It's fine.
Yes,
it's
fine.
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 So here, team, we need to provide our credit card the details, card holder name, card number, expiry, month and year, CVV number, address. Then if you click on sign up, it will send a OTP. Once you enter that OTP, your account will get created. Okay, your account will get created with a free trial, but don't create any free trial account at this moment. I'll explain to you later on. Okay, now we want to create a Databricks. So what you need to do, come here. So first thing, I'll go to here. I clicked on this 3 lines. Go to resource groups. So you don't worry about all these things at this moment. I want to make sure nothing is available here. Nothing should be available. I want to show you from very scratch. Okay, and I also wanted to show you all resources. See, resource group, all resources. First I'm going to all resources. Network watcher underscore east US you have, so that I just kept it for deletion. So it is going to be deleted in few minutes, maybe 1 minute or 2 minutes it will delete. You can just wait and see. Once this is deleted, I'll also we can also see resource group also will get deleted. So once these two are deleted, I'll go and create our Azure Databricks, so that you will see all resources that is deleted now. If you go to resource group, this resource group also will get deleted. Just wait for a minute. Okay, it is deleted now. Okay, if you click on resource group, nothing is there. If you click on all resources, nothing is there. Correct? Now you search here Databricks. I'll explain to you this portal UI everything tomorrow. Click on Azure Databricks. Click on create Azure Databricks. Okay, so pay as you go is my subscription using which my charges based on how much time this Databricks I'm using, those charges will be added to pay as you go subscription. What is this resource group? See, for your Databricks I have created a one WhatsApp group. For data factor I created one WhatsApp group. Why two groups? To maintain everybody individually. Similarly, you will have a for development, let's say cloud pandit the development RJ, meaning all the development Databricks everything will keep, development storages, development databases, development data factory, everything will keep it in this group. All production things we will create a separate group and we will maintain. So for that we can use this group. Now name of the Databricks cloud pandit hyphen dev hyphen adb workspace is the Databricks work name. Databricks workspace name I have given. So with that, leave about other things we'll discuss in the upcoming sessions. Click review plus create. Just it is validating all the details provided is correct or not. Yes, everything is fine. Click create. Now when you click create team, now duplicate this tab. What we have done here, we just deployed the Databricks workspace. We deployed the Databricks workspace. I think session is not boring. So you see, I shown you how to create Azure account. Now I have shown you how we are creating Databricks workspace. We deployed it. Now if you come here, if you go to all resources, so resources will start creating. You will see Cloud Pandit dev ADB workspace is created. But in order to complete this Databricks workspace, so what all the background things are going to create: storage account, virtual network interface, right? So all those things will get created. Let's see that now. You can see team managed identity. Managed identity is basically used for authenticating one Azure service with other Azure service without any credentials. Network security group. So not only the person should have access to the virtual network, so once he entered inside the virtual network, let's say, so let's say there are what is this, there are multiple buildings we have. So person who entered into this, he also has to enter into this building, right? So that's a virtual network is the outside security guard. So inside security is basically network security group. A person should have access to virtual network security group. So don't worry about those network things, not required, but I'm just giving some information how these are useful for us.
Could
See,
you please
virtual
repeat what is managed identity?
managed identity is nothing but a to interact, to connect one Azure service with other Azure service without entering, without providing any credentials. Directly it can able to access. Okay. For example, you have you are there and I am there, and if I give my name to you, you always can recognize me because I have already given you my name. So he is the authorized person, I have given you the name, my name. So you can identify me at any time directly without showing any ID. Understood?
Okay, got it. It's kind of SSO, single sign-on.
Yes. So storage account. network access gateway, NAT gateway, okay, public IP address, network watches. So all these things are created. These are the dependent resources which are created in the background. Now, Databricks workspace, let's see, it is created. So, meaning background, so many things are getting created. That is what you need to understand as per this storage network. So you are seeing only the storage account. All these are network. Public IP is also relevant to network. Everything is belongs to network. But why do we need this network? Is to launch any computer resources. We need this network related stuff. Now I'll go to Databricks workspace. Go to resource. So launch the workspace in real time. Also same will be there. It is not a on-premise training team. It is a cloud training. Whatever we are doing here, same things we will do in real time. So because everything is in real time or training, we are accessing same URL, same things will be there, same way you need to access. It is not something different. Remember, I am inside the Databricks. Now I want to go to here compute. Click on compute. So click on create compute. Okay. So now you see team. Okay. So I'll just for our convenience, I'll turn off this new UI. Okay. So the name of the compute you need to give. This compute you can say this is Spark MS cluster. Okay. That is the name. Unrestricted multi-node. See a minimum computers to maximum 8 you have given. You can give up to 1 lakh. But nobody is going to take 1 lakh just to show you. Okay. See, minimum maximum is 0 and 1 lakh. Okay. So you can take up to 1 lakh computers, but generally we use 2 to 20 something. Here you can decide size of the computer. See, 16 GB memory, 32 GB memory, 64 GB memory, 128 GB memory, 192 GB memory. So based on number of computers, size of those computers, the charges will be decided. Okay. There is a worker computer, there is a driver computer. In order to understand this, you need to understand the Spark architecture. We will discuss that. But remember high level auto scaling I have shown you. See, enable auto scaling. When you enable, you will see minimum maximum. If you want to turn off, turn off. So always it will be running fixed number of computers too. But let's say why do you want to run this minimum 2 computers also? You see, terminate after 120 minutes of inactivity. If it is a 2 hours inactive, turn off. But general I said minimum 10 minutes you have to take. See, 9 minutes it will not work. Minimum 10 minutes. And general in real time I said 30 minutes. 30 minutes is the inactive time. If these 2 computers are inactive for about 30 minutes, then these 2 computers also will be shut down. Understood? Everybody's clear?
Yes.
But due to the cost, I don't want to take even 2 computers. I'll go to single node. Single node means only single computer I'll take. The single computer size is basically I'll take. Okay, this is runtime. This one is general purpose 14 GB memory, 4 cores, single computer I am taking. It should be uh, shut down if it is inactive for 30 minutes. Okay. See cluster name, unrestricted, single computer, single user is the user who is accessing. So these are the runtime. Runtime means so what is the Scala version? What is the Spark version? Python version is only 3 is the standard. It uses 3. So everything you can see what versions it is creating, what version of softwares are installing in this computer you can see here. And inactive we discussed terminate after 30 minutes of inactiveness. So here you can say created by tags cloud pandit. So purpose for training you can put some tags here. Click create compute. So now when you click create compute, compute means what Tim? Compute means what? We discussed already. What is meant by compute?
Resource. Yeah.
Compute means computer.
Mm.
Computer in the cloud is called a virtual machine. Correct? Now virtual machine will get created. Let's see. For creating computers, what we need first? Disk, right? So disk is created. See, virtual machine is getting created. Virtual machine means computer. How many computers we requested? Only one computer, so that's why only one computer will get created. Okay. So virtual machine is created, right? Virtual machine means what? Computer, our computer. We just created a single computer. Okay, it will be available in few minutes. So you can see everything is getting created. So you have here also some resources. Okay, fine. Now what we wanted to understand now is click on new. Here you see notebooks. You can click on notebooks. You understood? I clicked on here, clicked on notebooks. Here notebooks will be writing, right? A equal to 10. So I want to run this. You can just attach this notebook to the cluster. Click on this, click on this to attach the this notebook to this cluster. So now whatever code you want to execute, you can able to execute. Some people asked, I don't know who asked this question. They asked, sir, this AI is replacing us. Okay, it is not replacing, but it is helping us. You see here, for example, now I want to quickly do something. Okay, to explain to you something, I can ask AI to help me. So create sample data frame with employee data. So I can ask. You understood? Because it is waiting for the computer, I think. So once the computer is available, so AI can able to automatically understand my question. It can populate some data. See, it just populated. So are you fine with this? If you are fine with what is generated, click accept. If you think it is not okay, then reject it. I want to accept it. So code is generated for us. Okay, again I can ask generate department data frame to join with employee data frame. Okay, so it is just generating a department data. Okay, it is just generating a some department data. So that's so you can just for explanation, you can generate some data and you can just execute them. Okay, able to understand team.
Yeah, yes, understand.
Yes,
Yes.
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 Okay, so I think today it is overloaded, so we discuss a lot of things. Okay, so we will stop it here, but once the cluster is available, I'll just execute this code and show you how you can able to do the debugging and all. For example, if something goes wrong, it is very easy to identify the things. Okay, I think you can just to run, we will discuss, but you see run cell, right? Cursor, click on this run cell, it will run this cell. Okay, now green mark, right? It is running. Okay, virtual machine is up and running. You can not only all services team, not only all services, you can just directly go to virtual machine category. Here virtual machines, it will show the virtual machine. See, this is the computer which is running. Okay, so now you see a equal to 10 is executed. Now I want to run all the cells. Click on run all, right? It will run first this, next to this. It is displaying the employees data like this. It is displaying the department data like this. You don't worry about it. Just to show you some execution, some data I just populated through this assistant, and I am just executing them. But I am stopping here. If anybody have any questions, please let me know, team. I don't see any questions in the chat. I am just only seeing the some people just mentioned background noise. I hope it is fine now. Are you seeing the background noise still, team? Are you
Yes.
experiencing background noise still?
Yes.
Still you are experiencing background noise.
Here and there, yes.
Not that much, sir. Very light.
Okay, fine. We'll see how we can able to improve that.
It seems some kids are playing in the background. That noise is coming in the
Okay, okay.
session.
So that is far away. That's okay. But anybody have any questions, please let me know, Tim, quickly.
Exactly what is mean by storage account? Why we need this?
Storage account is just our data storage, blob storage, data lake storage. You heard about it, right? The
Yeah.
storage account is basically a blob storage it will create for maintaining all the metadata about the Databricks.
Oh, that's not for Databricks, right? It's for Azure Data Blobs. I mean, blob data storage,
The-
right?
See that when you create a Databricks, blob storage also created for maintaining the Databricks related configurations metadata.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Makes sense. So the
Next.
storage run is necessary for Databricks when we create it. Okay.
It is you are not creating, because Databricks workspace when you created it will aware, okay, this is the dependency, it will create all the dependency resources automatically.
Okay, okay, okay. Got it. Got it.
So Arpita, we are not going to create any free trial services for now. I'll let you know when to create. We are going to maintain those things with the help of group of 5 people. I'll create a group of 5 people. One person will create account. He will share with the remaining 4 people. Second month again, second person will create a free trial account. He will share with remaining people. So that's how 5 people, 5 months you can able to use a single subscription. So that thing we will discuss it tomorrow, but for now don't create any free trial accounts. We have a community that we can able to make use of it to learn Databricks, because Databricks is very costly. I told you at the starting of today's session, Databricks uses Spark uses the in-memory computes. In-memory computes are very costly. That's why we have to be focused on when to use this, when we should not use this. We can make use of the community to use this. Okay, next. Any other questions? Anybody have any other questions, Tim? Azure Databricks is easy. Could you please repeat that now? How it is easy? Because everything is managed in a single place. That's why it is called a easy preview. So we are not installing like normally Java. You need to use Eclipse or, for example, Python, PyCharm to write the code, deploy it, everything. But here it's an interactive coding. Everything at a single place. Clusters we are maintaining here. Notebooks here. Execution. We can monitor the jobs here. Everything is at a single place. Databricks prerequisite, SQL, PySpark, everything we will discuss. SQL, Python, everything we will discuss. Don't worry, Shiva or Preet. Are you going to share this recording? Yes, I'll share this recording today itself. I request everybody except my previous batch student. Some 3 4 people are there from previous batch. They want to just listen the class. Except the previous batch people, please share only the new people their mail IDs in the group, because I can't share a video for more than 32 members. Okay, so whoever is there, I want to sort out for whom I can able to give the access, for whom we can't able to give the access. Whoever is new in this batch, for all of them I'll give the access. Okay, are you going to share? Yes, any other questions? Am I going fast, Tim, or is it okay?
For me, a little fast, sir.
For first session, it's okay, sir. Upcoming sessions coding will be included, right? So from that time, little bit slow, so that we
Definitely,
can
sure.
able to grab.
Yeah, yeah, sure, sure. Ultimately, see, the goal is every day when you are when we are ending the meeting, you need to think what you learned today. Every day, what you learn today. Today learning is so Databricks basics, basic information about Databricks. We have seen how to create Azure account, how to create Databricks workspace. Within the Databricks workspace, we have seen compute and notebook, how to create high level. No need to learn each and every step that you have done, but high level, remember that points. Okay. So every day you should know, okay, what I learned today, what I learned today. Not here, team. Put your mail IDs in the WhatsApp group, not here.
Really, it's good start today. I really.
Yeah, Praveen. So you don't worry about Azure account. That is not much useful at this moment. So that's why I have to spend. I went little faster. That is not required. So you can even create Azure account later also. If you need any help to create Azure account, you can let me know. I told you right. Azure account we are not going to create now. That's why I just to show you. I explained to you quickly. Okay. Hands-on part is faster while creating Azure account is faster. If you are feeling everything is faster, please I request you to firstly go through the recording, Praveen. If you have any doubts, we'll discuss also. Okay.
If you don't mind, can you share the architecture theoretical documentation
So
if you have?
everything will be hold on. Everything will be available in the recording. I request you to take the screenshot while going through the recording. Okay.
Okay.
So you can also search in Google. You will be able to find it out. Otherwise, that particular slide also I can able to share. That is not a problem. We'll see that later.
Okay.
Any questions specific to today's session, team? Any doubts? Okay, Tim. If everybody is good, then thank you all. That's all for today. We'll meet tomorrow.
Thank you, sir.